Hello there, dear listener. I'm so glad you've returned to this quiet space, just as the night wraps around us. Tonight, we're exploring the soft, living light that nature hides in the ocean's depths and the forest shadows. Picture that gentle glow as you rest here, in the comfort of your own bed. So, go ahead, nestle into your pillow, let your muscles unwind. Take a slow, deep breath, and let the stillness settle in. Now, shall we begin? I promise to guide you through fascinating wonders of bioluminescence, one shimmering detail at a time. It's perfectly fine if you drift off to sleep. That's what these stories are for. If nights like these help you find peace, subscribe so I can be here whenever you need a gentle voice. Now, let's begin. Deep in the ocean's midnight zone, where sunlight cannot reach, some creatures carry their own constellations. They form a symbiotic bond with glowing bacteria, housing these tiny life forms in specialized pouches within their bodies. The bacteria emit a soft, constant luminescence, a gentle blue-green radiance that blends seamlessly with the faint light trickling down from above. This living light acts as camouflage, erasing the host's silhouette against the shimmering backdrop of the deep. Imagine drifting through that silent expanse, surrounded by a floating galaxy of light, each speck a peaceful beacon. Such harmony in the abyss reminds us that even in solitude, light can be shared, gently borrowing from one to brighten another. Sailors for centuries have whispered of a rare sight, the Milky Sea. This occurs when vast blankets of bioluminescent bacteria gather, glowing with a pale, creamy light across miles of ocean. The water transforms into a placid field of liquid moonlight, a soft luminance that soothes the restless waves. Drifting through such a sea, the horizon disappears, and the world becomes one endless, gentle gleam. It feels like sailing through a dream, where the ocean hums a silent lullaby of light. This phenomenon is so elusive, it seems like a whispered secret of the sea, painting the night with a serenity few ever witness. On a warm summer evening, fireflies begin their quiet performance, each pulsing with a cool, rhythmic light. This luminosity is a language, a courtship dance where every species has its own unique tempo. Inside the firefly, luciferin reacts with luciferase, producing a radiance that generates no heat, only a soft, ethereal warmth. It's a conversation written in light, floating through the twilight air without a sound. Watch them in a field at dusk, and you'll see a living constellation, a gentle reminder that connection shines brightest in the dark. Each pulse tells a story, a silent rhythm that binds them together in the fading night. In the profound darkness of the deep ocean, the anglerfish waits, patient as the abyss itself. From its forehead dangles a glowing lure, a tiny, drifting star that radiates a soft bioluminescent glow. This beacon is irresistible to curious creatures, drawing them near with its silent, gentle light. The lure sways like a dancer in the current, a hypnotic flicker that guides them closer. Imagine that solitary spark, floating in the vast emptiness, a single point of life in the liquid darkness. The anglerfish embodies the ocean's quiet mystery, using its own inner light to navigate a world without sun. On the floor of ancient, damp forests, a spectral glow emerges from the soil. Certain fungi, known as foxfire, cast a ghostly green luminescence upon decaying wood. This steady, cool light guides nocturnal insects through the velvet shadows, a silent partnership in the woodland's hidden life. The glow transforms the forest floor into a scene from a fairy tale, where the earth breathes a quiet, luminous pulse. Walking through such a place, you might feel you've stepped into a dream. In the stillness of the night, this greenish light whispers stories of resilience and quiet wonder. Deep in the night, when the sea appears to hold its breath, something miraculous stirs along the shoreline. Dinoflagellates are tiny plankton that transform the water into a sparkling mirror when it is gently disturbed. As waves lap softly against the sand, these microscopic creatures release a shimmering blue light that looks like fallen stars dissolving into the tide. Imagine walking barefoot at the water's edge, your footsteps leaving behind fleeting constellations that vanish as quickly as they appear. It is a quiet, private magic that the ocean only reveals to those who linger long enough to watch. In the twilight waters just beneath the surface, a small and delicate creature has discovered how to become unseen. The Hawaiian bobtail squid maintains a peaceful partnership with luminous bacteria housed within a special organ on its underside. These tiny lightmakers glow with a soft, steady radiance that precisely matches the moonlight filtering down from above. By erasing its own shadow, the squid becomes an invisible silhouette drifting through the quiet sea, hidden from predators that might otherwise look up and spot its dark shape against the moonlit surface. It is a friendship built on light, a gentle conspiracy of survival written in bioluminescent ink. Floating through the open ocean, some jellyfish offer a display of such quiet elegance that it barely seems to belong to this world. They produce a soft, pulsing luminescence that ripples through their translucent bodies like a slow and peaceful breath. These waves of light drift lazily through the current, creating a serene parade of living neon that asks for nothing and threatens no one. Watching one is like witnessing a dream that has somehow taken physical form, a creature made more of light than of substance, suspended in the silence between one heartbeat and the next. The current carries them onward, and their glow fades gently as they pass, leaving behind only the memory of a soft radiance. Far below the reach of sunlight, in the deep and silent trenches of the earth, the world is lit by a different kind of star. Here, bioluminescence is the primary source of light, replacing the sun with a spectrum of soft blues and greens. This ethereal lighting helps creatures navigate a world of eternal, peaceful twilight, where every flash and shimmer carries meaning. It is a landscape painted in gentle neon strokes, a place where the darkness itself seems alive and breathing with quiet illumination. The deep ocean does not know the harsh brilliance of day, only the tender glow of living light that ebbs and flows like a slow tide through the abyss. The secret behind all this gentle radiance lies in a process of remarkable simplicity and grace. The chemical reaction that produces bioluminescence is astonishingly efficient, converting nearly all of its energy into light rather than heat. This means the organisms glow with a cool, steady radiance that feels as light and airy as a drifting cloud on a summer afternoon. There is no fire in this light, no burning, no consumption, only a calm and constant luminescence that seems to whisper of peace. It is nature's own perfect lamp, one that illuminates without destroying, shining softly in the vast and quiet darkness of the deep. Deep in the velvet silence of the midnight zone, the anglerfish drifts through endless darkness, carrying a floating lantern above its head. This soft, living light is not its own but a gift from glowing bacteria that dwell peacefully within a fleshy bulb, a specialized organ that cradles them. The fish and the bacteria share a quiet partnership, each helping the other survive in the deep sea's cold embrace, where pressure is immense and sunlight a fading memory. The glow casts gentle ripples into the void, luring curious creatures closer with its tender luminescence, as if offering a compassionate guide in the abyss. Here, in the eternal night, this tiny light becomes a beacon of unexpected alliance and survival, reminding us that even in the most solitary depths, life finds a way to shine. In the warm, rolling waves of tropical shores, tiny organisms called Dinoflagellates transform the water into a shimmering field of stars. As the tide swells and recedes, these minute creatures respond to the motion with a cool blue light, painting the sea with a celestial glow that mirrors the constellations above. It is as if the night sky has descended to dance upon the ocean's surface, each wave a brushstroke of living light, each ripple a whisper of stardust. This ethereal display invites a sense of wonder, reminding us of the hidden magic in the natural world, where the boundary between sea and sky blurs into a single luminous dream. Walking along such a shore at night feels like stepping through a galaxy, your footsteps igniting brief, brilliant flares in the watery cosmos. Some species of fungi, known as foxfire, cast a ghostly green light from the dampened wood of ancient forests. This slow, steady luminescence glows like a forgotten enchantment, drawing nighttime insects with its quiet allure, as if the forest floor remembers a secret from a long-past era. The insects, attracted to the light, land and carry away spores to new, peaceful resting places in the soil, where they can germinate in the moist earth. It is a gentle cycle of life,
where the forest's night breathes with a soft green pulse under the canopy, a silent collaboration between decay and rebirth. The light itself seems to hum with the history of the woods, a persistent ember in the darkness that speaks of persistence and hidden beauty. In this way, the fungi use their soft radiance to ensure their legacy, one gentle transfer at a time.
Fireflies use a rhythmic, pulsing light to communicate in the hushed twilight of summer meadows. Each species has its own unique pattern of soft flashes, a quiet visual language to find companions in the darkening grass, as if each blink is a letter in a secret script. The meadow becomes a theater of gentle signals, as each tiny lantern calls out in silent poetry, weaving a tapestry of light against the dusk. This luminous dialogue weaves through the evening air, a testament to the subtle connections that bind life together, each flash a note in a nocturnal symphony. Standing in such a meadow, one might feel as though they are witnessing a delicate conversation that has been going on for eons, timeless and tender. It is a reminder that even in the quietest moments, the world is full of unspoken words. The chemistry of this living light relies on a gentle molecule called luciferin and an enzyme known as luciferase. When these elements meet oxygen in a quiet chemical dance, they release energy as a soft glow without producing any heat, a phenomenon as gentle as a whisper. It is a marriage of elements that produces light as cool as a distant star, a whisper of radiance in the dark that defies our typical understanding of light. This process, so efficient and serene, underscores the elegance of nature's designs, where life has harnessed a simple reaction to create beauty. Think of it as a silent music, a molecular ballet that plays out in the cells of these creatures, turning biochemistry into art. This cool light has inspired scientists and dreamers alike, a testament to the wonder woven into the fabric of existence. In the ocean's twilight zone, where sunlight fades into a gentle blue gradient, many creatures have developed a method to hide in plain sight. They emit a soft, steady light from their undersides, a phenomenon called counter-illumination. This faint luminescence matches exactly the shimmer of light filtering down from the surface, erasing their silhouettes from predators below. It is a sublime disguise, a cloak of brightness that renders them invisible in the deep. The light is not a signal, but a quiet erasure, blending them into the watery expanse with a touch of natural poetry. This adaptation allows them to drift undetected, safe within their luminous veil, a silent miracle of evolution. The bobtail squid is a small, nocturnal creature that carries a hidden treasure within its body. In a specialized organ, it houses glowing bacteria, a living lantern that emits a soft, diffused radiance. As night spreads across the ocean, the squid adjusts this internal light to match the gentle moonlight above. This celestial mimicry lets the squid vanish into the moonlit waters, its body a pale shadow on the current. The partnership between squid and bacteria is an intricate dance, a symbiosis written in light by the hand of nature. Together, they create a seamless camouflage, a floating wisp of moonbeam that drifts through the silent sea. Imagine a jellyfish pulsing through the deep, its form edged with a delicate green fluorescence. This is the Aquaria victoria, a creature that produces a protein now known as GFP, or green fluorescent protein. Under specific light, it glows with an ethereal shimmer, like a droplet of liquid emerald in the vast blue. Scientists have harnessed this natural beauty, using it as a luminous tool to illuminate the hidden world inside cells. It allows us to see the intricate dance of life, the silent movements of proteins, and the subtle paths of biology. From the abyss to the laboratory, this jellyfish's light has bridged worlds, a beacon of curiosity and discovery that shines softly in the quest for knowledge. In the profound quiet of the deep sea, a shrimp faces threat, and with a swift motion, it releases a cloud of radiant blue liquid. This shimmering mist billows out like a sudden silent firework, filling the water with a soft azure light. The luminous haze lingers, a beautiful deception that confuses predators, buying precious moments for escape. As the blue glow slowly dissipates, the shrimp glides away into the darkness, leaving behind only a fading glow of memory. It is a fleeting work of art, a defensive masterpiece painted in bioluminescent ink. This gentle trick of light speaks of survival's creativity in the quietest corners of the ocean. The bioluminescence of the ocean is not a rainbow, but a serene palette dominated by blues and greens. These colors are chosen by the sea itself because they travel furthest through water, penetrating the liquid gloom with the least resistance. This creates an underwater aurora, a tranquil light show that glimmers in the abyss. Soft blue waves and gentle green dots punctuate the darkness, forming a silent communication network among deep dwellers. It is a language of light, peaceful and profound, carrying messages of life across the soundless plains. Watching this glow is like seeing the ocean's own quiet dreaming, a soothing spectacle that reminds us of the gentle wonders hidden in the deep. Still awake, listening to the echoes of bioluminescence. That is perfectly fine. The night is a quiet time for gentle thoughts. If you are still with me, there is a serene beauty in sharing these luminous tales. If you are enjoying this, a like helps other night owls find their way here. Now, in the deepest part of the ocean where sunlight never reaches, there lives a creature with a gentle secret. The anglerfish drifts through the velvet darkness carrying a small floating orb of light called an esca. This luminous beacon is not her own creation but comes from countless tiny bacteria that live within the lure in peaceful partnership. Together they create a soft glow that guides curious souls through the endless midnight waters. In the quiet forests where shadows rest beneath ancient trees, another source of light emerges from the earth itself. Certain mushrooms, like the ghost mushroom, begin to emit a steady emerald green luminescence as night settles in. This calming glow is thought to attract the nocturnal insects that wander through the still air. As these tiny travelers visit the glowing fungus, they help carry its spores across the forest floor like gentle messengers of the dark. Sailors have long told stories of a strange phenomenon called milky seas, where vast stretches of ocean begin to glow with a dim, ghostly white light. This shimmering blanket can be so expansive that it is visible from the quiet darkness of space, a luminous landscape spread across the water. The glow comes from trillions of bacteria working in harmony, each one emitting its own tiny flicker of light. Together they transform the surface into a peaceful illuminated field that drifts in silent meditation. On warm summer evenings when twilight deepens into night, fireflies begin their delicate dance among the trees. They use a chemical language of rhythmic light pulses, each species writing its own unique pattern of soft glows and fades. It is a quiet flickering conversation that flows beneath the canopy, a gentle dialogue of illumination that requires no sound. The darkness holds these signals like whispered secrets shared between old friends. Along the shoreline at midnight, a different kind of magic stirs when the water is gently disturbed. Tiny plankton called Dinoflagellates respond with a defensive reaction that creates shimmering neon blue waves. Each movement of the sea becomes a stroke of light, transforming the dark water into a sparkling mirror of the starry sky above. It is as if the ocean itself is dreaming, breathing out constellations with every ripple along the coast. The quiet secret of this living light relies on a simple, beautiful reaction. Deep within the bodies of these luminous creatures, a molecule called luciferin rests in the darkness, like a sleeping seed. An enzyme named luciferase seeks it out, and when they find each other, they invite oxygen into their bond, as if taking a slow, peaceful breath. This union sets free a gentle energy, not as warmth, but as a cool, soft luminescence. It is a light that feels like a memory of starlight, touching the water without a trace of fire. There is no heat, only a shimmer that sways with the current, a silent song of illumination. Down in the ocean's deep, where sunlight fades into twilight, a delicate trick is played. Creatures there use a method known as counter-illumination, emitting a soft glow from their bellies. This light is carefully tuned to match the faint radiance that seeps down from the water above. By doing so, they vanish into the background, blending with the pale aqueous light of the upper sea. They float peacefully, invisible to those who might look up from below. It is a gentle camouflage, a whisper of light that keeps them safe in the silent depths, like clouds dissolving into a blue sky. The Hawaiian bobtail squid has a quiet friendship with the sea. In a special light organ, it hosts bioluminescent bacteria, glowing companions that share its body. The squid carefully adjusts the intensity of this inner light, tuning it like a soft lullaby to the moon's phases. Drifting through the water, it mirrors the moonlight that filters down from above. This perfect illusion makes the squid invisible, blending into the silvered night. It is a dance of trust, a silent partnership that keeps the squid safe and hidden, a living poem written in light. Some jellyfish, like the Aquaria victoria, produce a serene green-blue light that ripples through their transparent forms. This floating radiance comes from a protein called green fluorescent protein, or GFP. It glows softly, like a distant star caught in a jelly body, a quiet beacon in the water. Scientists have found in this protein a gentle tool for studying the mysteries of life. Through GFP, they can watch the quiet processes within cells, illuminating the hidden rhythms of existence without a sound. It is a gift from the deep, a key to understanding the very fabric of being. Bioluminescence is most common in the deep ocean, where the weight of the water is heavy and the world is a silent, dark blue. In this peaceful realm, light is not a constant sun, but a soft, drifting dance of flickers and glows. These tiny flashes guide creatures through the endless water, like stars in a liquid sky. It is a realm where every glow is a message, a soft pulse of communication in the profound quiet. The deep ocean becomes a canvas of light, painted by life itself in the gentlest strokes, a serene ballet of luminance. And now, let us drift deeper. In the deep, quiet reaches of the midnight zone, where the water is still and dark, some jellyfish emit a soft, floating glow. This gentle radiance weaves a shimmering cloud of light around their delicate bodies. It feels like a dream, a peaceful distraction that allows the jellyfish to drift away silently. The pale, ethereal hue bathes the surroundings, casting a calm and quiet spell. In this profound depth, the glow is a soft whisper of light, a slow and graceful moment in the ocean's sleep. You can almost see the gentle pulse of this bioluminescence, a steady beat in the silence. The jellyfish moves with the water, untethered and free, its light a soft beacon in the abyss. This is a world where time slows down, and every glow is a soothing lullaby from the deep. Far above, across vast expanses of the ocean, the phenomenon known as milky seas occurs. The water glows with a steady, warm light, a serene radiance that can last for days at a time. This breathtaking sight is caused by trillions of tiny bacteria working in perfect harmony. Each one is a tiny point of light in the dark sea. Together, they turn the waves into a seamless, glowing mirror of the starry sky. On such nights, the ocean and the heavens seem to melt into one continuous, luminous expanse. A gentle reminder of life's quiet, collective magic. The water becomes a soft, glowing blanket, wrapping the world in a dreamy, tranquil haze. On land, in the still hours of the night, certain fungi like the ghost fungus cast a soft, emerald green light across the forest floor. This quiet luminescence guides nocturnal insects through the shadows. It creates a peaceful, glowing path over the damp earth and moss. The light is faint, a gentle pulse in the darkness. It feels like the forest is breathing, whispering its own luminous secrets to those who listen. This emerald glow is a quiet comfort, a natural beacon that doesn't disturb the peace but enhances it. The whole scene is a dreamscape, where time slows and the night is a soft, glowing companion. In the summer meadows, fireflies use rhythmic, pulsing lights to communicate. This is a delicate, silent language, a dance of glows in the warm night air. Each species has its own unique pattern of soft glows. These patterns act like a gentle heartbeat, pulsing through the darkness to find a companion. The whole meadow becomes a tapestry of tiny living stars. It is a soothing spectacle, a natural ballet that invites the mind to wander and the heart to rest. The air is filled with the quiet poetry of light, a serene chorus of silent calls and responses. Imagine sitting in that meadow, watching the soft, intermittent glimmers. They rise and fall in a slow rhythm, each flash a tender breath of light. This courtship of luminescence is one of nature's most peaceful displays, a reminder that connection can be quiet and gentle. And beneath the ocean's surface, the Hawaiian bobtail squid maintains a cozy, symbiotic relationship with bioluminescent bacteria. These bacteria dwell within a special light organ. The squid carefully adjusts this soft glow to match the moonlight filtering from above. This makes the squid nearly invisible, drifting peacefully in the shallows. It is a quiet partnership, a seamless blend of life and light. In the moonlit water, the squid becomes a whisper of shadow, a soft shape that melts into the night. This gentle camouflage is a slow, elegant dance, where the creature and its world become one. This harmony reminds us of the ocean's gentle balance, where every being finds its place in the luminous dark. The squid glides with the currents, its light a tender echo of the moon, a serene presence in the shallow sea.
Let us drift down, far below the surface, into the velvet darkness of the deep sea. In this silent world, a tiny light is dancing. The anglerfish drifts through the black water, carrying a small lantern that glows softly just in front of its face. This quiet beacon is not a flame but a living light, made by tiny bacteria that share a gentle partnership with the fish. The glow pulses with a steady warmth, a tender invitation that draws curious creatures closer, one by one, from the endless night. They come without fear, mesmerized by the single point of light, drifting toward it like a moth to a star.
Now let your mind float upward, to the very edge of the ocean, where the water meets the shore. Here, on certain nights, the sea itself seems to wake with a soft, blue shimmer. Microscopic beings called Dinoflagellates live in these waters. When a wave gently curls onto the sand, or when you simply stir the water with your hand, these tiny organisms release a cool electric glow. The shoreline transforms into a ribbon of liquid stars, a dreamy, moving light that seems to breathe with the tide. Each flash is a silent greeting, a brief spark of wonder, as if the ocean remembers how to sing in colors we can only sometimes see. This living light, wherever it appears, is born from a simple and elegant chemistry. A delicate molecule named luciferin partners with a quiet enzyme, luciferase. Together, they create a reaction that is perfectly cool and silent. Unlike our lamps or sunlight, there is no wasted heat, only a pure, serene radiance. The light glows with a calm intensity, a gentle fire that never burns. It is a gift of pure energy transformed into a soft visual whisper, a message without sound. The creatures that carry this gift are not hot with effort but simply luminous, resting in their own cool halo. Deep down again, some creatures have learned to shape this light into a veil of safety. The deep-sea shrimp, when startled, releases a floating cloud of glowing blue chemicals into the water. This shimmering mist swirls and drifts, a liquid curtain that confuses any watching eye. As the glowing cloud slowly expands and fades, the shrimp glides peacefully away into the shadows, leaving behind a memory of light. The lingering glow hangs like a fading dream, a gentle smokescreen that asks no questions. The shrimp simply vanishes, as if it were a thought that had been thought and then softly forgotten. And so, in this vast, hidden ocean, bioluminescence is not rare. It is a tender thread connecting nearly 90% of the creatures who live in the deepest waters, from the smallest microbes to the largest whales. These soft lights weave a quiet, glowing tapestry. It is a peaceful underwater ballet, a silent dance that has been performed for millions of years without audience or applause. These lights remind us of the hidden wonders that surround our planet, resting just beyond our sight. Let your thoughts settle now, like a gentle sediment, and carry this soft luminescence into your dreams. Imagine descending slowly through the ocean, into a place where the water is cool and still. Deep in the velvet darkness of the deep ocean, the anglerfish drifts in the quiet, carrying a tiny lantern of light above its head. This glow is not its own, but comes from a peaceful partnership with gentle, symbiotic bacteria that live inside the lure. The light sways softly in the current, like a beacon in a dream, guiding curious creatures toward it through the silent, weightless world. It is a quiet invitation, a warm star in the immense dark. Now, let your thoughts drift to the surface of the ocean at night, where the water meets the sky. In a shimmering display of nature's calm magic, certain species of tiny dinoflagellates gather in vast numbers. This slow, collective glow can turn an entire stretch of sea into a vision called a milky sea. When these delicate organisms drift together in the warm currents, they gently light up the midnight ocean, turning it into a glowing, pale mirror of the stars above. It feels as if the ocean itself has fallen asleep and is dreaming of the night sky. From the water's edge, let us float quietly into the warm summer air of the land. The firefly dances in the quiet evening, using a soft, rhythmic pulsing of light to whisper messages to its partners. This gentle flicker is made by a chemical called luciferin, creating a cool light that produces almost no heat. The air remains undisturbed, the night breeze unchanged, as these tiny lanterns blink slowly in the grass and trees. Each pulse is a hushed conversation, a secret rhythm that speaks only of connection beneath the peaceful dark. Now, sink back down beneath the waves, into the twilight zones of the sea, where sunlight fades into a perpetual dusk. Floating gently here, some jellyfish emit a soft, ethereal blue or green radiance. This living light often serves as a gentle warning, a quiet way to startle a predator or simply to glow with a peaceful purpose in the weightless water. Their bodies move with a slow grace, like luminous thoughts drifting through the deep. Their glow a silent song that says, "I am here, but I am at peace." Finally, let the water recede and find yourself in the misty quiet of an ancient forest at night. Certain species of fungi, known as foxfire, cause the dampened wood to glow with a faint, ghostly green light. This slow, steady luminescence helps the fungi attract nocturnal insects, drifting softly through the misty woodland. The light is barely there, just a whisper of green on fallen branches, a patient glow that has waited through the ages. It feels like the forest is breathing out its own gentle dream, a secret light for those who walk slowly and listen with their eyes. Imagine the quiet shallows where the moonlight caresses the ocean surface. A small and gentle creature, the bobtail squid, carries within it a tiny colony of glowing bacteria. They rest in a special organ, like a secret garden of light, and their soft luminescence mirrors the faint radiance filtering down from above. By matching this celestial glow, the squid becomes one with the night, drifting invisibly through the waves. It is a delicate dance of survival, a whisper in the water, where light itself becomes a cloak. In the deep and silent trenches, where sunlight never reaches, the dragonfish possesses a rare gift. It produces a red light, a warm and hidden spectrum that other creatures cannot perceive. This light acts as a private lantern, a soft beacon in the absolute darkness. As it glides quietly through the stillness, the dragonfish observes its hidden world in a secret glow. It is a solitary observer, moving through the abyss with a light known only to itself, a quiet secret of the deep. Along the sandy shore, where gentle waves wash over the land, a magical phenomenon occurs each night. Tiny plankton within the water ignite with a sparkling trail of blue light, a shimmering response to each soft wave. This bioluminescent surf transforms the coastline into a liquid galaxy, a mirror of the stars above. The shore becomes a canvas of living light, a fleeting work of art painted by the ocean's breath. It is a dreamlike vision, a reminder of the hidden wonders that stir just beneath the surface. Behind every luminous creature, there is a simple and elegant chemical reaction. An enzyme called luciferase acts as a gentle catalyst, a quiet helper that brings elements together. It allows oxygen to bond with luciferin, and from this union a soft glow is born. This light is as light and airy as a dream, a pure expression of nature's quiet chemistry. It is a seamless alchemy, turning the breath of life into a radiant whisper, a silent song of creation. Beyond the reach of daylight, where the ocean deepens into a permanent and peaceful indigo, bioluminescence becomes the language of life. The sunlight fades away, replaced by a world of living light. Here, creatures communicate in a silent ballet of soft color, drifting through the darkness like notes in a lullaby. Every flicker and flash tells a story, a subtle signal in the vast and quiet expanse. It is a realm of eternal twilight, where light becomes the very breath of connection. Resting here in the moonlit shallows of this story. How calm you are. Let the gentle glow of these facts soothe you. I'll continue whispering these wonders. In the deepest reaches of the midnight zone, the anglerfish carries a floating, glowing lantern atop its head. This soft light is born from a dance with tiny, shimmering bacteria that live within it, drifting like a small star in the velvet darkness. The light sways with the slow currents, a quiet beacon in the endless night. It draws in the curious and the lost, not with fear, but with a calm, gentle pull. The anglerfish and its luminous companions drift on, a silent harmony in the cold, deep water. Its glow is a soft whisper in the profound silence of the abyss. Some tiny beings called Dinoflagellates float in the tide, and when the water is stirred, they create a glowing blue light. This living light comes from a molecule named luciferin, through a gentle chemical reaction. Imagine a midnight swim where every movement paints the sea with sparkling stars. The water turns into a liquid galaxy, quiet and vast, cradling you in its soft luminescence. It feels like drifting through a dream, where the ocean itself breathes light. Each ripple is a stroke of magic, a silent conversation between the sea and the sky. In this moment you are weightless, floating in a sea of soft blue stars. The firefly uses a soft, pulsing glow to speak to others of its kind in the warm summer air. By carefully controlling the flow of oxygen, it creates a flickering light that drifts silently through the meadows. This is a language without words, a gentle rhythm that whispers through the grass. Each tiny pulse is a note in a silent song, telling of presence and longing. The night field becomes a canvas of tiny, moving lights, each one a quiet message of life. You can almost hear their silent conversation, a lullaby in the dusk. The air is warm and still, carrying these tiny lights like drifting wishes. Deep in the ocean, the vampire squid releases a shimmering cloud of bioluminescent mucus to create a gentle distraction. This glowing mist floats peacefully in the current, a soft veil in the shadows. It allows the squid to glide away into the quiet darkness of the abyss. The light is not for attack, but for escape, a serene defense in the deep. It drifts away, a silent dancer in the cold, dark water, leaving behind only a fading glow. The cloud is like a dream of light, dissolving slowly into the void. In this quiet act, the squid finds its peace, a gentle ghost in the eternal night. In ancient damp forests, certain fungi cast a faint, ghostly green glow upon decaying wood. This steady light is called foxfire, and it serves as a silent beacon in the woodland night. It slowly attracts insects, drawn by the soft luminescence in the stillness. The light is constant, a low hum of brightness in the dark, like Earth's own stars. It speaks of slow time, of decay and renewal, a quiet cycle illuminated in the forest. Walking through such a forest, you might feel the gentle pulse of life continuing in the dark. The foxfire is a calm reminder that even in stillness, there is light. In the gentle waters of the ocean, the Hawaiian bobtail squid carries a secret within its body. A special organ houses tiny glowing bacteria, living in peaceful partnership. These bacteria glow with a soft blue light, while the squid provides them a safe home in its light organ. As moonlight filters down through the water, the squid softly illuminates its underside, matching the silvery pattern above. This quiet camouflage allows it to drift unseen, a shadow fading into the luminous night sea. This delicate dance of light ensures the squid remains invisible to predators below, a seamless blend with the moonlit surface. The squid and its glowing companions move as one, a tiny constellation gliding through the deep. It is a silent agreement between two life forms, floating together through the dark, quiet waters. Far below the surface, where sunlight fades, jellyfish create their own gentle light. Their bodies pulse with a glowing rhythm, like the slow beat of a heart at rest. Waves of indigo and gold wash over their transparent forms, a floating dance of color. This rhythmic glow moves with the currents, a silent lullaby in the deep blue ocean. They drift without hurry, their light ebbing and flowing like breath in a dream. Each pulse sends ripples of luminescence through the cold, still water, painting the darkness with serene beauty. It is a sight of profound peace, a reminder that even in the deepest cold, life glows with quiet warmth. This luminous display is a gentle reminder of the ocean's hidden wonders, a serene ballet of light. When a curious observer draws near, some deep-sea shrimp release a shimmering, glowing fluid. This luminous cloud spreads softly through the water, like a sparkling veil of stars. It lingers there, a gentle distraction, while the shrimp quietly drifts away into the shadows. The glowing mist slowly fades, dissolving into the dark blue silence of the deep. It is a fleeting but beautiful escape, a moment of light in the vast ocean. The fluid glows with a cold, ethereal light, never harming but only mesmerizing. As it fades, the water returns to its quiet darkness, carrying the memory of that soft sparkle. This luminous defense is a silent whisper in the deep, a shimmering secret that vanishes like a dream. The chemistry behind this gentle light is a delicate balance of natural elements. An enzyme called luciferase and a molecule named luciferin come together in a quiet reaction with oxygen. This union produces a light that is incredibly efficient, releasing almost no heat at all. Scientists call it cold light, a soft glow that keeps the surrounding waters peaceful and cool. It is a perfect design, a whisper of energy that illuminates without disturbing the ocean's gentle temperature. This cold light is a marvel of nature, a silent luminescence that touches the sea without a trace of warmth. It is a quiet alchemy, born from the deep, where life finds ways to glow softly and sustainably. Across the globe, there are bays where the water glows with a soft turquoise light. At night, the bioluminescent organisms shimmer in response to gentle movements, creating a mirrored effect. The stars above reflect in the glowing waters below, blurring the line between sky and sea. Paddling through such a bay feels like floating through a starfield, as each ripple sparks a trail of light. This quiet intersection of celestial and terrestrial light creates a feeling of timelessness, a shimmering void where you are suspended between two worlds. The water becomes a liquid sky, and each stroke of your hand paints the darkness with fleeting constellations. It is a serene, dreamlike experience where you feel part of the glowing cosmic dance. Down in the deep velvet silence of the midnight zone, where the ocean is a canvas of endless black and the pressure is immense, the anglerfish swims with a quiet grace. It carries a glowing lantern attached to its head, a soft light that pulses gently in the dark like a heart beating in the void. This light is born from a peaceful colony of symbiotic bacteria, tiny lives that drift within the lure, living in perfect harmony. They cast a warm and inviting glow, a tender light that guides other creatures through the perpetual night. This silent beacon offers hope in the cold depths, a gentle reminder that even in the darkest places, a little light can make a world of difference. It is a gentle glow in the endless dark, a soft lullaby in the silence. Have you ever imagined the milky seas, a vast glowing expanse of ocean that stretches for miles and can be seen from space? It appears as a shimmering sheet of light, as if the water itself is dreaming. This phenomenon is created by trillions of tiny bacteria living in harmony, each one a speck of luminescence in the dark. Together they transform the rolling waves into a luminous pearlescent mirror, a soft and endless glow on the surface. This light is a quiet secret of the sea, a peaceful collaboration that paints the ocean with gentle radiance, visible even from the distant cosmos. It is a reminder of the unseen beauty that thrives in the dark, a soothing lullaby of light on the water. On a warm summer evening, as the sky fades to dusk, the air becomes heavy with the scent of grass and flowers. It is in this gentle twilight that fireflies begin their luminous display. They use a rhythmic pulsing light to communicate, each flash a tender message in the dark, like a soft whisper in the night. Every species has its own unique pattern of flashes, a secret language written in glow that only they can understand. This soft chemistry occurs when oxygen combines with a molecule called luciferin, creating a warm and gentle light, a process so delicate it feels like a secret shared between the stars. This glow guides them toward one another, a quiet conversation that fills the summer air with tiny moving lights. Deep within the forest, where the air is damp and the shadows gather, a ghost mushroom glows softly on the forest floor. This quiet fungi emits a steady pale green light from its gills, a gentle shimmer in the darkness. This luminescence is not harsh, but a soft, natural beacon, drawing insects to its steady glow. These insects, moving through the sleeping woods, help carry the mushroom's spores on their delicate wings. This silent partnership spreads life through the damp earth, a quiet cycle of giving. It is a small but beautiful light, a glowing reminder of the hidden connections in the forest night. The ghost mushroom's light is a quiet invitation, a soft glow that harmonizes with the sleeping woods around it. Down in the deepest parts of the ocean, where the light from the surface is just a faint whisper, some creatures have a gentle secret. They utilize a technique called counter-illumination, glowing on their undersides, to match the soft light filtering down from above. This creates a shimmering camouflage, a luminous whisper that allows them to float invisibly and peacefully within the blue depths. It is a quiet adaptation, a way of merging with the ocean's own glow, so that from below they disappear into the void. These creatures drift like tender dreams, moving through the water with a silent grace, their bodies soft and unseen. This gentle mimicry is a peaceful part of the deep ocean's hidden harmony. They rest in the blue, a silent part of the ocean's dream. In the warm tropical waters, tiny dinoflagellates create a magical display. When the sea is gently stirred by a wave or a passing hand, the water ignites with an electric blue glow. This bioluminescent surf is a quiet defense, a sprinkle of stardust dancing on the tide. The dinoflagellates flash in response to touch, a soft, startling burst meant to confuse predators. This ethereal illumination transforms the shoreline into a ribbon of cold fire, lapping gently against the sand. Each spark is a tiny star, born from the sea's depths, drifting and dissolving in the gentle rhythm of the waves. The bobtail squid holds a secret, a quiet partnership with luminous bacteria. These tiny microbes live within a special light organ, tucked under the squid's soft body. By adjusting the glow, the squid mimics the moonlight filtering down from above. It carefully controls the intensity, dimming or brightening its living lantern. On cloudy nights, it reduces the glow, matching the subtle shifts in the ocean's light. It drifts through the water like a soft shadow, blending perfectly into the silver-lit currents. Predators swimming below see only the faint sheen of the surface, never suspecting the silent traveler above. This balance of light and life is a gentle dance, a harmony of survival in the peaceful sea. Down in the deep, where daylight fades, comb jellies drift through the stillness. They carry rainbows of light, undulating waves that ripple across their transparent bodies. These shimmering displays are not from pigment but from tiny hairs called cilia, which beat in sync to create a floating light show. The jellies move slowly, carried by cool currents.
their colors pulsing in a soft, hypnotic rhythm. Red, blue, and green lights chase each other along their forms like a quiet celebration in the dark. It is a serene spectacle, a reminder that even the deepest waters hold beauty and calm.
The light of these sea creatures is a marvel of efficiency, producing almost no heat at all. Scientists call this cold light, a gentle radiance that glows without warming the water. This allows organisms to shine brightly while remaining cool and calm, conserving their energy in the quiet depths. The chemistry is simple and elegant, a reaction that creates illumination from life itself. This cold light is a gift of adaptation, letting jellyfish and squid move undetected yet visible. The energy is used only for the glow, never wasted as heat, preserving the stillness of their environment. It is a soft, steady beacon, a whisper of light in the vast, dark ocean. For centuries, sailors would gaze upon the night sea and see a soft, ghostly glow. They called it Meriel, a quiet wonder that lit the waves with a milky light. This timeless phenomenon was woven into peaceful tales, stories of spirits and tranquil magic. The Meriel was a comforting sight on long voyages, a companion in the vast, lonely expanse. Sailors felt it was a blessing, a soft guide through the night. Today, we know it as a biological symphony, where tiny life forms create the ocean's own illumination. Microscopic creatures, in their billions, paint the dark cradle of the sea with living light. It is a reminder of the hidden harmony, the gentle pulse of life that fills even the darkest waters. Imagine the deepest ocean, where sunlight cannot reach, and the weight of water is immense. Here, in this velvet darkness, roughly 76% of marine creatures create their own soft glow. This living light stirs when a molecule called luciferin meets oxygen, guided by the gentle enzyme luciferase. It is a chemical whisper, a quiet radiance that allows life to navigate the vast, still abyss. Each flicker is a note in a silent symphony of blue and green, a shimmering language that needs no sound. Now picture the Hawaiian bobtail squid, a tiny creature cradling a secret. It shares a peaceful partnership with bioluminescent bacteria that live within its soft mantle. As moonlight filters through the waves, the squid releases a soft, shimmering light from its underside. This mimicry blends it into the silver reflections, allowing it to drift invisibly, a ghost in the moonlit sea. The light feels warm, soft, a gentle cloak against the night, hiding it from predators in an embrace of radiance. Sink deeper into the midnight blue, where the anglerfish hangs its lure. A small, glowing lantern dangles from a thin filament above its head, a warm beacon in the cold darkness. This floating light sways with the current, a quiet invitation in the soundless expanse. Curious creatures drift toward it, drawn by the promise of light in the silent, endless deep. It is a lullaby made visible, a gentle trap of beauty that whispers of warmth and wonder. Rise now to a warm summer meadow where night falls soft and close. Fireflies begin their dance using a rhythmic, pulsing language of light. Each species has its own unique pattern, a floating signature of glows. These soft lights act as visual whispers, drifting through the twilight to find a companion. It is a quiet, glowing courtship, a tender conversation under the stars, full of warmth and the silent promise of connection. Finally, wander into an ancient forest where the air is cool and still. On decaying wood, the ghost fungus breathes a steady pale green light. This gentle luminescence, known as foxfire, glows like a secret whispered among the trees. It illuminates the woodland floor, creating a peaceful, starlit atmosphere as if the earth has caught the sky. The glow is soft, serene, a deep quietness that settles over the land, cradling the forest in a gentle, otherworldly calm. Dinoflagellates are tiny plankton that turn the shoreline into a shimmering mirror of the stars. When a wave gently laps the sand, they release a soft electric blue glow, drifting like liquid moonlight into the dark water. The vampire squid, despite its name, is a gentle creature. When it feels uneasy, it releases a cloud of glowing mucus, shimmering particles that float slow and peaceful, letting the squid drift away into the deep quiet. Some shrimp emit a glowing blue mist that floats around them like a cloud of stardust. This soft, ethereal veil helps them blend into the ambient light of the deep ocean, keeping them safe and serene. In the quiet depths, some jellyfish pulse with a soft rainbow light. The glow flows through their translucent bodies like slow ribbons of silk, a gentle rhythm in the still, vast dark. Bioluminescence is often used for counter-illumination, a soft glow on the underside to match the faint light from above. It lets these creatures float peacefully, blending into the warm, shimmering gradient of the sea. In the velvet darkness of the midnight zone, where sunlight never reaches, deep-sea creatures create a soft, floating glow through a quiet chemical reaction between the molecule luciferin and the enzyme luciferase. This gentle light, a pale blue or green shimmer, allows them to communicate in the vast, still depths. It drifts like a whisper through the water, a warm, soft beacon that connects one creature to another in the endless night. The glow pulses slowly, a silent language in the deep, dark sea, and each flash is a quiet note in the symphony of the abyss. This luminescence is a calm, soothing presence, a soft thread of connection woven through the velvet darkness. The sea is silent except for this gentle glow, a quiet comfort in the darkness. The Hawaiian bobtail squid carries a peaceful partnership within its light organ, where glowing Vibrio fischeri bacteria dwell. By mirroring the dim moonlight filtering through the water, the squid becomes almost invisible, drifting like a soft shadow across the sandy floor. This gentle camouflage masks its silhouette from predators below, a living whisper of light against the moonlit sea. The squid and its bacteria share a quiet harmony, a soft glow that keeps it safe in the still ocean. It is a perfect echo of the night, a silent defense in the deep, blue world, and the light organ hums with a steady, peaceful light, a secret shared between creatures of the sea. This partnership is a delicate balance, a soft, living light in the deep. In the quiet forests of the tropics, fungi like Omphalotus nigricans glow with a steady pale green light, a soft radiance that slowly attracts nocturnal insects. These creatures calmly carry the fungal spores to new mossy locations, a silent, still collaboration under the canopy of night. The light is a cool, constant presence, a gentle cycle of life in the deep, quiet forest. The mossy ground is bathed in this faint glow, a soft carpet of light in the ancient woods. It is a whisper of growth in the darkness, a warm, patient light that never sleeps, and the air is still and heavy with the scent of earth, the glow flickering slightly in a slow dance of light. The forest sleeps under this pale light, a peaceful, glowing cradle. On warm summer evenings, fireflies use a rhythmic pulsing light to find one another, each species with its own unique flickering pattern. This creates a silent, glowing language that drifts through the midnight air, weaving a gentle tapestry of communication in the dark. Their warm, soft light is a quiet call, a beacon of connection in the velvet night. The fields and forests are alive with their cool, steady glow, like starry whispers in the stillness. Each blink is a slow, deliberate signal, a soft conversation held in the quiet air, and the night is filled with their Close your eyes and sink into the deep, where water holds you like a soft, cool embrace. In this world of silence, life glows with a gentle light. Let me tell you about these quiet wonders. Picture the deep, dark ocean, where the water is soft and thick like silk, and silence is a gentle weight. In this vast, cool night, the anglerfish drifts with a tiny lantern. It dangles from a delicate thread above its head, a warm golden glow that trembles in the current. This light is a quiet call, a beacon that draws other creatures through the still blackness. They move toward it, curious and calm, into the anglerfish's soft, waiting glow. Feel the slow drift of the anglerfish, the way its lantern sways like a silent lullaby. This warm light is a tender spot in the immense, cold dark, a beacon of quiet hope. In the same deep where shadows cling like memories, a shrimp might feel the need to hide. It releases a cloud of glowing blue, a liquid light that spreads like a gentle exhalation. This shimmering mist blooms around it, a veil of soft radiance that hangs in the water. The blue glow lingers, peaceful and bright, as the shrimp glides away. It slips through the dark, its body dissolving into the cool, liquid night. Imagine the blue mist spreading, a soft exhale of light that ripples through the water. It is a brief, beautiful shield, a cool, glowing cocoon. Deeper still, other beings use light to disappear. They glow from their bellies with a cool, soft radiance that mimics the faint light from the surface. This counter-illumination is a perfect match, a seamless blend with the watery haze. Their silhouettes fade, like shadows melting into mist. They become invisible in the deep, part of the quiet, glowing sea. They hang in the water, suspended in a dream, their undersides glowing with a light that whispers of the surface world. Far from the sea, on land coated in night, the railroad worm glows with two colors of light. Its head emits a soft yellow, like a tiny warm sun, while its body pulses with a gentle green, each segment a quiet emerald. It rests in the dark grass, a living ribbon of light, a delicate string of glowing beads. This rare insect is a speck of magic in the cool, still air. In the dewy grass, this glowing worm moves slow, tracing curves of light. It is a gentle living constellation on Earth. And the secret of all bioluminescence, it is a cool light. It glows without heat, a soft touch that never warms. This cold radiance is a gentle harmony, a glow that never breaks the stillness. Delicate organisms can light their world while remaining in a state of cool, peaceful equilibrium. Their soft light blends with the deep sea or the quiet night, a tender balance with existence. This cold light is a meditation, a glow that asks for nothing. It allows tiny lives to shimmer in the vast silence, part of the deep, peaceful rhythm. So rest in the cool, glowing dark, where light is soft and peace is deep. Let these whispered facts carry you into a calm, restful sleep. In the deep, quiet midnight zone, where sunlight fades to memory, 76% of marine souls carry their own soft light, a tender chemical whisper of luciferin and luciferase. Floating softly in the coastal surf, Dinoflagellates turn the sea into a shimmering electric blue, a gentle glow stirred by waves to startle and whisper for help. The ghost mushroom casts a steady ethereal green light on the forest floor, a warm invitation for nocturnal insects to carry its spores to quiet corners. The bobtail squid cradles glowing bacteria in a light organ beneath its body, matching the moonlight to drift as a floating shadow through peaceful currents. Fireflies pulse rhythmic light in warm summer air, a silent language of flashes guiding partners through darkening meadows in a slow, rhythmic dance. A tiny, glowing lure drifts before the anglerfish's eyes, a peaceful beacon in the absolute darkness of the abyss, powered by symbiotic bacteria, attracting curious creatures through the still, heavy waters of the deep sea. Some deep-sea shrimp release a glowing cloud of iridescent blue fluid, a shimmering mist that creates a momentary distraction, allowing the shrimp to glide silently back into the velvet darkness. The Hawaiian bobtail squid uses counter-illumination to erase its own silhouette, emitting a soft, pale glow that mimics the dim light of the moon, blending seamlessly into the floating atmosphere of the upper ocean. In the stillness of the deep ocean, many creatures produce light in shades of blue and green, as these colors travel furthest through the cool, heavy water, allowing a soft signal to drift across vast distances, connecting lonely beings in the quiet dark. Certain jellyfish, like the Aquaria victoria, produce a calming green fluorescent protein, glowing with a steady, ghostly light, a gentle luminosity that has become a vital tool for scientists to illuminate the hidden secrets of our own cells. And with that, I think we have journeyed through enough glowing wonders tonight. your mind has drifted through the bioluminescent deep, and now it is time to let all those lights softly fade. If these gentle radiances helped you find rest, perhaps leave a like to spread that calm. And if you subscribe, I will always be here, a warm whisper in the darkness, ready to guide you back to sleep. Good night, sleep well, and remember, even in the blackest abyss, a single glow can light the way to peace. Rest now, everything is exactly as it should be, in the quiet luminescence of the deep.